Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Opinion: why eggs are cheaper than you think. The truth is that U.S. egg production is still recovering from a bout of bird flu that has devastated herds across the United States and Europe. And while activists and senators are puzzled over how a 29% drop in egg production can lead to a much larger rise in egg prices, says agricultural economist Jason Lusk, this is exactly what one would expect from a product where demand is relatively insensitive to price changes. Americans love eggs. We consume an average of 277 eggs per person per day. And unfortunately there aren't many close substitutes for eggs. When the price of meat goes up, you can downgrade from steak to ground beef, but when the price of eggs goes up, most people don't want to settle for a yogurt omelette or a block of tofu, and there's tossing pies instead of egg whites. This inelasticity explains why the price of eggs has risen so much, from $1.79 in December 2021 to $4.25 a year later, and also why we noticed we buy a lot of expensive eggs, and we resent it. The good news is that herds are recovering and egg prices are already starting to fall. Go further back and Fanny Farmer's 1896 cookbook sternly informs readers that eggs, even at 25 cents a dozen, should not be freely used by strict economists. An odd claim to the modern ear, until you realize that in 1896 a pound of round steak was about 35% cheaper than a pound of eggs. Deirdre McCloskey, a typical middle-class household, devoted about 44 hours a week to preparing food. By 2021, U.S. consumers were spending about 10% of their household income on food and less than 10 hours a week preparing it. Advances in food processing, coupled with a century of economic growth, have freed up almost 35 hours a week and a full 30% of our income to spend on something else. And that has happened even as our food consumption has shifted toward things that were luxuries at the time. People eat berries out of season, fresh seafood even far inland, and the average person eats about 6 times as much chicken as they did a century ago. That brings us to the relative price shift. Raising chickens indoors helped protect them from disease and predators. The provision of warmer conditions and artificial light helped prolong the laying season, which otherwise ends in winter. Farmers developed the high cage system, which has helped increase egg production, as have breeding programs. Modern hens laid about 150 eggs per hen per year in the 1930s, down to 296 eggs today. But the benefits of this revolution were also enormous. In 1905, the average male factory worker over the age of 16 took home $11.16 a week, enough to buy about 41 cartons of eggs. Today, the average man makes $1,176 a week, enough to buy more than 275 cartons of eggs, even at today's high prices.